What up guys, welcome to angelasavalon's YouTube channel. I'm Angela. Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and this is gonna be a Mars and Taurus part 2 because I feel like there are elements that I didn't mention, well, intentionally, because I didn't want the video to be too long, because I'm not sure if that's what you guys prefer, because none of you ever tell me. So I'm just, prefer the video not to be too long, because like I feel like 40 to 45 videos are not as pleasant concentration wise as a shorter one. So maybe they are, so you guys need to let me know. Okay, I cannot stress it enough. Please let me know if you prefer my videos longer or shorter. Okay, so like if you prefer part 1, part 2, you prefer it all at once. So yeah, so Mars in Taurus part 2. I want to say this video is going to be shorter than the part 1, because I'm just going to mention the few things that I did not get to mention in the previous part. So yeah, so Mars and Taurus. The additional elements to a Mars and Taurus is that you know how I said that they have a giant sweet tooth. I want to say if they're like into sweets, but if you're a Mars and Taurus, you're into sweets. Okay, most of y'all love your sweet tooth, and you know it. So, and because I know that some of the viewers, sometimes they're like parents, that the view. Some of the people that watch astrology channels, I noticed that's quite a few of them tend to be parents. So I'm gonna give you an example for some of you that are watching this and that are parents. That if you're a parent and your child has a Mars and Taurus. So if you're a parent and your child has a Mars and Taurus, please let me know if I'm accurate or not. So a kid with a Mars in Taurus, okay? A kid with a Mars in Taurus, a boy or girl, doesn't matter, is that kid that the parent tells them, hey, you know what, you cannot eat sweets. I forbid you to eat sweets. I forbid you to eat sweets before dinner. You can only have one dessert, and that's it. End of discussion. The Mars and Taurus kid is gonna agree, or at least act like they agree, right? They're gonna pretend they agree with you to keep you relaxed, and they're gonna put on that show of being the good kid who listens. Little did the parent know that the Mars in Taurus kid has literally dozens of empty packets of candy and Twizzlers and M&Ms under their bed. This is how a Mars in Taurus kid is gonna operate. For the parents watching, for the concerned parents that have a Mars and Taurus kid, your Mars and Taurus kid is most likely to do that. And if all these empty packages of candy is not under the bed, then they found a better way to get rid of that. Because I'm telling you, I've seen this with my own eyes. Mars and Taurus is the kid who is gonna be told that they cannot eat sweets, and yet literally binge eat sweets in the middle of the night, and then get the evidence under the bed real quick. That's Mars in Taurus child who has been told no. That's a Mars in Taurus child who has been told no for sugar. I'm telling you, I've seen this in my own eyes, in my own 2 eyes, and I'm not even a parent yet. Anyways, I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you. And they might use whatever money you give them to buy sweets. I'm Especially if they know that their parents are not allowing them to do that, they will do that. But 1000% Mars and Taurus will do that, because Mars, like I said, Mars is what you what drives you, and having Taurus, the most hedonistic sign in the whole zodiac, here with Mars, they need their hedonism to live. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, so you cannot blame them too much, but but yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to give this example, and I think I wanted to use this photo to give this example, because I witnessed that, and I know that some of the people watching are parents, or might be, you know, potentially parents. So I feel like I'm obligated to give you my real life experience, you guys. So yeah. So what else? Did I mention everything about Mars and Taurus? I think I mentioned it all for the most part, but let me think for a minute, because I feel like there is one more thing that I should mention, or if I don't remember now, I'll remember it if I end it after like a minute after I end this video. So I would rather not end it yet. So let me, guys, get it for a second. Yeah, they might also, well, I said, right, that they are basically, that they have a great admiration and great need too for things that are, you know, beautiful, smell good. And when I say this, I mean things like, you know, like candles. They might be the man or woman, they might be the types that will love lighting up candles during the day, during the night. It might be like a regular thing with them. They like small, you know what else? They like the moon in Taurus. They might like small statues, I think it's called, or things from their childhood, or, you know, souvenirs. Basically, they might be big souvenir people. They might be big into souvenirs, either from childhood or in general too, as they grow into adulthood, or are already in adulthood. So yeah, and the music, everything to do with the arts. Taurus is very artistic. So yeah, they might, you know, be suckers for great films, great music, and they might need it on like a daily basis here, because Mars is the daily fuel. So when it's in Taurus, they might need all these fine things on a daily basis. They might be very much, like I said, their self-indulgence can go to a level here with Mars. I feel like this is deep placements, because I feel like some auto placements like Mercury, Sun, it might not go that deep, but because it's Mars, what drives us in life, that's where it goes to another level. And Moon, because Moon is our need. So Moon in Taurus, you know, when the moon is where the moon is very much exalted as well. That's also where that energy is going to be pretty big, pretty intense. Although they're themselves not intense people. Because like I said, the opposite is Scorpio. Scorpio is intense. Taurus is like literally the opposite. They're chill as hell. They're chill. So yeah, they might just be, so overall they're very pleasant people. Some of them more pleasant people you know or might know. And yeah, they're not I want to say, okay, so if you watch some older Mars and Taurus videos, and some of the astrologers say that Mars here might be like a little in detriment, because it's like it's the opposite of you know, like I mentioned, Mars in Scorpio, when Mars is doing very well, if not the best. I would say that the best is Capricorn, but I personally would not say that Mars in Taurus here is not, at least for my years of experience and my standards, is not a detriment, but they are not very driven people, and that's why some astrologers say that it might be in detriment a little, because they're not driven. So I would not consider that a reason that it's detrimental. It's not detrimental. It's not in detriment here. They're just not as driven. That's it. They're not as driven. They are very present. They are very hospitable. Even those people might probably like to host dinner parties and invite guests. They're very much into that. They're very much into, what's the word? There's a word for it, but whatever. They're like very much into people, you know. They like hosting dinner parties with people, and they might be into that. Like I said, you probably want them to be your friend, especially if they're I hope some, I'm just gonna say it, especially if these people are doing well financially, like, you know, they might even maybe live in a mansion. You want a Mars in Taurus that lives in a mansion to be your friend, because they're the perfect candidate to have a mansion, because they will host dinner parties and do this and that, and it's gonna be fun to be their friend. I hope I'm not me, Capricorn Stellium, saying that to you. The opportunity is like, and I'm not saying like be a dick and like take advantage of them. That's not what I'm saying. So just to some people who understand that, I'm just saying that it's wise, you know, it's wise for wealthy Mars and Taurus to be offered. That's what I'm saying. Which they might as well be, but they're not very driven, you know. They're not very driven to. It sounds like they can get very successful. They even can get rich, but they're not as driven, because they're not, or at least maybe having a career might not be something that just drives them. However, here's the thing. I want to say it's well, I was gonna say it's a bit of an oxymoron, but not really, because it's not really that. It's just that what you have to, and this is, I think, is going to be the last thing that I'm going to say in this video, and I think that pretty much wraps up the entire Mars and Taurus placement. After that is going to be said. Taurus rules the second house of money. So just like the moon in Taurus, Mars in Taurus people might be also very good at saving money. They might be, because they rule the house of money. So these people might be good, they're very good at saving money and getting money. But here's the thing, like, okay, for instance, let's say they need money. If they realize that they need money, they will get money and they will find a way to save. Like, these people are great money savers and deal chasers too. But they do like high quality, so they might be like a great deal chasers. Like, they might be the ones to get like luxury brands second hand. You know what I'm saying? These kinds of deals. Because like I said, they prioritize quality, but they are also very good at, and also might prioritize money saving. So you know what I'm saying? Unless they can splurge, then they might just splurge. But here's the thing, they might just not be very. That's the thing that makes it almost like a bit of an oxymoron, because they are very good at saving money, but are not as driven as making it. I mean, they can be, but it's like a hit or miss, because it really depends where they are. Because they're not like, I'm like a Mars in Capricorn, where Mars is exalted. Mars in Capricorn, they're driven to make something out of themselves. They're driven, you know. It's gonna bother them very much if they don't get, like, if they're okay. So let's say they're doing bad financially. That really might bother them, but and it can bother anyone, right? But the thing is that with the Mars in Taurus, these people, because their nature is so relaxed, it's almost like they have the ability to have mental peace no matter what, which can be good, because like they might not like suffer too much while saving money, because they know how to save money but also enjoy while doing it. Like they know how to remain peacefully, like mentally calm, while also like working or saving money. And I hope that makes sense. They get it in common with the moon in Taurus. That's why the moon is exalted at Taurus. But the reason why Mars is not exalted here, because Mars is what drives us, and having it in such a peaceful sign, that's why Taurus is exalted, because the moon is where you want Taurus to be, because the moon likes to be calm and Taurus is calm. But Mars is fire, so you put Taurus there, yes. So there are people, there is like a level of like a benefit. Those people are not gonna snap easily, but I'm not. But that's only if you talk anger, because an emotion. Because if you're talking about like a life force, like what drives us in life, then those people, because of their very relaxed nature, they might be too relaxed to be driven. I hope that makes sense. Please tell me, guys, if this resonates with you. But here's the thing. Once they set their mind into something, they will not let go until they get it. So they usually get what they want, but they're not very, and they are good at saving money, and they're very good deal chasers, like I mentioned. But at the same time, it's almost like, yeah, it's a bit of an oxymoron, I want to say, because they are very good at saving money, but at the same time, they're not too driven in life. Then, yeah, like, because oh my god, and you know, this is gonna be what I'm gonna wrap the video with. I can't believe I'm only just mentioning it in part 2, at the end of part 2. Okay, Taurus also rules security, right? Financial security too. But here's the thing. So yeah, like I said again, it's because they prioritize security so much that they are very good with their finance, with the financial stuff, right? But it's almost like that's where it starts and ends. It's not. That's why you want to have Venus in Taurus when Venus is at home, because it's ruled by Taurus, and it's so having Venus in Taurus is probably when you want to have Taurus, or Moon, because this is the ideal placements for Taurus. But having it here with Mars, all the things that all the elements I just mentioned, all the elements I just mentioned, and they operate the best in the Moon in Taurus and Venus in Taurus, the Mars in Taurus is still gonna possess them. But the thing is, because Mars is the drive, they might not be as driven to reach the full potential of Taurus. That's what I'm saying. The higher octave of Taurus is not here with Mars. It's at Venus, Moon. Venus and Moon are the best placements for Taurus to be. Not so much with Mars, because like I said, it's still Taurus. So all that I've said so far applies. But it doesn't operate at its fullest potential, because it's almost like it's slow. Taurus here slows Mars. You know what I mean? It's not operating as smoothly as it is with the Moon or with the Venus. So it's only some of the benefits of Taurus apply here, while the authors cannot operate at their fullest potential. They operate at a very mid-level here with Mars. You know what I'm saying? Taurus cannot function at its highest level here with Mars, as it is when it's placed in either Venus or Moon. Okay, so guys, with all that being said, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below. Please use one of the links down below to donate, because it helps me and it helps the channel. And please do book a reading with me. Book a reading with me. You see how full in depth I am with these videos. I make multiple parts because I really want to give you my fullest insight. And I also do that so you guys see that I know what I'm talking about. It's very important for me, guys, to give you my first insight. So yeah, do book a reading with me. My prices are pretty cheap, affordable. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.